Elizabeth, the human resource manager of a startup company, believes employees' salaries are increasing at the company. She would like to test the claim that the average salary at the startup company is over $56,000. So right there, that tells me that's a right-tailed test. The claim is that the average salary is over $56,000. So move the test. There we go. Now I got my rejection region in the right tail. This would be if she wanted to test if something was less than a certain value. This would be to test if there was a difference between the two values, because that's a two-tailed test. Okay. I forgot where we were. Using the compute test statistic. So they give us a test statistic. They ran all the numbers. They put it in the formula. We get 2.68 for a test statistic. And then we have a critical value of 1.65. Is there enough evidence? We don't even need to look at the graph. We say, yes, there is enough evidence. Your test statistic comes from your sample. That's what you calculate based on the data set you have. The critical value comes from a table. Okay, it comes from the distribution that you're talking about. If your test statistic surpasses the critical value in your right-tailed or left-tailed region, then you reject the null hypothesis in favor of your alternative. This person can claim that the average salary is over $56,000. Okay, so we chose the right-tailed test. Test statistic they said was 2.68. There we go, test statistics there. The critical value is 1.65, so you got to drag the z-score to 1.65. If it was a t-test, it'd be a t-value, but there's 1.65. Okay, the critical value determines how big the rejection region is. The test statistic is just something you plot somewhere on the number line. Since the test statistic is in the rejection region, we reject the null in favor of the alternative. So I think that was here. Let's just look through the options. What was the question in the end? Oh, is there enough evidence for the human resource manager to reject the null hypothesis? Rejecting the null would mean like, hey, you found evidence to support your claim. Okay, the claim that the salary is larger. So the answer is yes. We said yes a few times here. The test statistic is in the rejection region. Yes, there's sufficient evidence for the order to reject the null hypothesis because the test statistic falls in the rejection region. That's the correct answer up there. This one does say yes, but it says the critical value falls in the rejection region. So that's just swapping the ideas of test statistic and critical value. Critical value tells you how big your rejection region is. That's like the landing zone for you to be able to reject the null hypothesis. So this is our critical value. Since the test statistic falls in the rejection region, we reject the null in favor of the alternative. I think that's it. It might make you check this part too, but I've dragged the numbers where they're supposed to be there.